season's winding down. Like we said, this is the good part of basketball. This is when people really, really start trying. This is when you find out who might be built to do the thing and who might not be. So I'm going to give you guys a list of teams, and you guys are going to tell me, are these NBA teams contenders or pretenders? All right? And just to clarify, contender means they can do the thing. They can win the championship. I don't want to hear they can make the finals, but I don't know if no. Contenders or pretenders.
If you make the finals, you're a contender.
If you make the finals, you can win the championship. That should be the argument. But there are people who say, I don't know if they can win it, but they'll make it. They can make it. Whatever. So the first team up, one of the trendiest teams in basketball right now, the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Pretender, man.
Whoa. Whoa.
You're not winning a championship with Jackson Hayes as your starting center. It's that simple. I love Luka. I love Braun, but they're not winning no championship this year. They're playing great ball right now, though.
They play great. From what I've seen, they play great team defense somehow. And I don't.
Yeah, no,
know
they were playing great ball like leading up to the All-Star break. LeBron's been on a fucking tear, but I just.
Yeah, LeBron looks rejuvenated.
I know it's Braun, and we hate counting Braun out, but this team's not winning a championship.
Go for it. Because I'm going to be long.
I was going to say contender because they have 2 top 5 players in the league who are Luka Doncic and LeBron James. I don't care who's playing center. I'm not going to lie to you. They're just the best duo in the league. Easily. Not even close. And like Tom said, they've been playing great team defense. And I think that's going to help them in their deficiency at center. I think they're for sure contenders. It's LeBron James.
So the last time we talked about NBA contenders, like briefly, what was that? I think you said like around December or something, or a little bit before that.
Yeah.
I did, and this is before Luka Doncic trade. I don't know why. I was just like, I wouldn't put it past the Lakers to potentially be contenders. LeBron's getting up there. He's gonna want to, he's gonna want to ship.
He's up.
He's up. But with that being said, with this move, I feel like even if there's a weak spot at center, LeBron's proven he could play pretty much whatever position he wants on the court and dominate at it. If he really has to, it's going to exhaust him, but he could do it.
It might kill him at this point. But shit,
and
if anyone can do it,
he could coordinate a team to be great if he wants to, which he does want to. I don't know. I don't want to contradict myself because why didn't he win the last couple of years? You know what I mean? But. That's what I mean. That's why I get what you're saying. But I would consider I would.
He had coach hands.
I was
going to
say their coach is Darvin.
Their coach was garbage.
No, but I feel like they're gonna have a little bit of a slow start. They got to adjust. They got 2 star players on their team. Sometimes it's a double-edged sword. We've seen it in the past with other crazy trades happening, and it could either be the best thing that happens to them, or it could. Maybe they butt heads, or maybe they make it work. You know what I mean? We'll see. And when I mean butt heads, I mean it's
on the court.
It's not as seamless as we think it might be.
It's not seamless. Sure.
Yeah, sometimes when you're too good, you're no good. You know what I mean? It could be like one of those situations. Very possible.
I like that.
Yeah,
you're too good, you're no good.
I think it's fine on the court with them. Like LeBron can play. We know LeBron can play off the ball if he has to. LeBron's probably better off the ball than he is on. I mean, I don't even know. He's just so fucking good.
No, he's not.
He's just so fucking good. But
well, now it doesn't matter. He doesn't have to be on the ball.
Yeah, LeBron could be a screener. LeBron gets better at shooting threes every year. It seems like with age, like LeBron could play off of Luka. I'm not worried about that. It's just
not talked about enough how he just became a 40% 3-point shooter because he felt like it. But
because he felt like it. So you have them as a contender.
I call it.
Yeah, obviously I have them as a contender.
I do. No, but I call the LeBron 3-pointer the "Lay fuck you 3."
Well, you don't call it that. You don't call it that.
Invented the deluxe album.
You are a big Laker fan and LeBron fan. That makes a lot of sense now.
The "Lay fuck you 3."
I don't know how I never thought of that.
I call it that.
Wait, what? Because he's basically like saying like "fuck you."
Yeah, no,
and his name is LeBron.
Yeah.
Wait, so you call it the
"Lay fuck you 3," like especially when the game's close, or honestly it's for no reason. And LeBron's just like looking at whoever he's playing. He's just like, and just fucking catches it. It's like "fuck you 3."
When'd you come up with that?
Yeah, just like what?
When'd you come up with that? Oh, I've never.
I actually did. Shifty came up with it because we were watching a Laker game once. Yeah. Bro, ready? Bro, me and Shifty had LeBron for like 3 threes in a parlay. no, Shifty's like, he's about to catch the like fuck you 3. He's like, watch, and then all of a sudden he just goes like fuck you, and he shoots it, fucking catches. I was like, yeah.
So you've been calling it that ever since?
Yeah, it's every time LeBron shoots a 3, it's
Shout
like
out
fuck you
Shifty
3.
for inventing
we never
this.
invented the fuck
You 3, yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Not LeBron.
Anyway, think about it. Everyone just copied Shifty.
Everyone's trying to be like Shifty.
copied
He's really a trendsetter, bro.
Who names a kid Shifty?
That's my dog. That's my dog. Shout out Shifty. Nah, they're like fuck you 3, bro.
50, bro.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you told us that. Now, now I know what to call
good,
it.
yeah.
I kind of want to like brand it, but like
You should.
You should.
yeah. Literally, but
should trademark it.
it even goes back to what you said. You're like, he just decided to become a 40% free 3-point shooter because he wanted to. Like that's so like fuck you. Like fuck you. I want a 40% 3-point percentage. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
forgot what this segment was.
Lakers, contenders or pretenders. We got like 6 more teams left.
Yeah, they're pretenders. No, they're pretenders. Chris said it. Jeez, whoa. Jackson Hayes, their starting center, and he shouldn't even be in the NBA right now.
They got Alex Len.
He's actually been playing good. Let's not.
He has been playing well.
No, he just shouldn't be.
He has
just
been
shouldn't
playing
be in
well.
the
No.
NBA.
Okay, but he's playing good. So if your player's playing good in the NBA, he should be in the NBA.
Right, but if you
No,
No,
we
but
mean
he
because
shouldn't
of,
be in the NBA.
You're right. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I see.
Stuff
You know,
outside the court.
He
I understand.
shouldn't be in the
I
NBA.
saw the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he is playing well though. He's been playing good ball.
He's
for
playing
them.
good ball. Yeah.
It's mad funny, the meme. It's like when you accidentally become important at work.
You two, if they had Mark Williams, would that change things?
Yes,
They'd be
absolutely.
contenders.
No, I don't. My
If he
opinion
stays
doesn't
healthy,
matter.
yes.
Well, you
Well,
have
you
him as a
already have him as a
contender.
contender,
regardless.
so obviously you would think that.
I
Yeah.
love Mark Williams. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
So what happened with that? He didn't pass his physical.
he's never healthy, bro.
Yeah.
It sucks.
I don't think I've like ever seen that happen though. Like not in a very long
Like-
time. That a
like the
player actually
Lakers-
failed
Jet
physical.
Smith said on the All-Star broadcast, actually, when he was with Houston, they traded away Robert Horry, and either he or whomever they traded him for didn't pass the physical, and the trade got rescinded. And then the Rockets went on to win back-to-back championships, and Robert Horry was a huge part of that.
Wow.
So, yeah, I thought that
Don't
was pretty
connect.
interesting, yeah. Yeah,
Stars
maybe
gonna
don't.
shine.
Yeah,
All right. Next up, the Denver Nuggets.
contender. They have the best player in the world. It's simple.
yeah, no, they're contenders.
I think they're pretenders. I think their roster around them is not as good as it once was. I don't think they're I don't think they're legit.
I don't know. To me, it don't matter. Like, the guys are playing well. Christian Brown's been freaking amazing for them. Russ has been amazing for them.
Jamal just had 50. didn't he?
Yeah,
55,
Jamal is
didn't he?
getting back to form. Aaron Gordon's been hurt.
boy.
He should be back. You know what you're getting out of him. You know what you're getting out of MPJ. The only question for the Nuggets that I'd have really is like, are you going to get this version of Russell Westbrook in the playoffs? And I think that's a fair question to have about Russell Westbrook. But, I mean, we're seeing Russ he's been great like individually, but what's made Russ so great this year is being a beneficiary of playing with Jokic. So with that factor involved, like I don't expect Russ to fall off in the playoffs. So
yeah.
It's not like the shit that he's doing isn't sustainable.
yeah,
So I was gonna say the thing with Russ is the effort's always gonna be there. The problem with him in the playoffs has always been turnovers and poor shot selection.
Yeah, he's been a great cutter this year. He's been phenomenal on the. I mean, we always expect Russell Westbrook to be great rebounding the basketball too, but he's been great on the defensive side of the ball. This is all stuff that you could sustain come playoff time. Just Jokic just setting him up. Their guard center pick and roll with Russell Westbrook and Nikola Jokic is just it's silly. It's just
lethal.
Russ is made to be a center and Jokic is made to be a point guard, and they just swap bodies. So, but yeah, it's I think the Nuggets are contenders simply because Nikola Jokic is the best player that I've ever watched with my own eyes, point blank. Period. So
He's so good, bro.
yes.
That's crazy.
hold on.
Ever?
insane.
Wait, what?
Wait, hold on.
Ever that you've ever seen?
Ever?
2011 LeBron and this Nikola Jokic, yes.
So is he better than 2011?
Yeah, that's
bro?
the question.
You said he's the best.
Second best player that I've ever seen in
Okay.
my life.
That's
Here we
fine.
go.
I'll accept
Calm
that.
down.
No, it is nuts
to
so because
cut into
like me personally, like I thought 3 years ago probably Jokic kind of peaked and somehow he just he's having the best year of his career.
You want to talk about guys that said, I want to become a 40% three-point shooter after the three-point shot failed him in the playoffs last year? He's shooting 46% from three on 5 attempts a game. Like, what the fuck? while averaging like 31, 10, and 10 or 12 and 11 or whatever. Like, what even is this guy?
Is he
like,
a leader in triple doubles like in NBA history?
No, not in NBA history.
Not
But in the season, yes.
He's averaging a 30-point triple-double. Like, he's averaging 29.8.
On like 56, 46,
like
80. Yeah.
It's insane.
And it's weird.
His defense definitely fell off a little bit, but like
He's had to do more this year.
the guys around him, I feel like are playing like Russ is playing great defense. Christian Brown's a very good defender. I wouldn't say elite, but he's a very damn good defender. Jamal Murray, like he's not a good defender, but we know with Jamal, like he'll give you 50, but also when Jamal needs to sit in it's very similar to Kyrie Jamal, like on the defensive side of the ball, like when he needs to, like Jamal can lock down for a few possessions.
AG, we know what he brings.
Aaron Gordon's one of the best. MPJ kind of similar in that regard to where when you need him to step up, like he'll step up, he'll get in the passing lanes, he'll be long and lanky. So I think they just play, and with Mike Malone, like they just play great, kind of similar to what you guys said about the Lakers. Like they play great team defense. They don't really have any standout defenders, I would say, but they all kind of know where they're all supposed to be on the court, and it
Their
kind of
depth
just works.
concerns me, though. That's the problem. Like, as I feel with every team, I don't think you need to have 10 to 12 great guys. I just think you need to have 8 guys that you can rely on to give you 10 to 15 minutes a game. And if you don't, I don't even know if the Nuggets have 8 guys that they could go into the playoffs with and say, yeah, we could trust them to play.
Who backs up
They don't
Jokic?
even-
Is it still DeAndre Jordan? Wow, that's crazy.
But they don't even
Like,
need
it'd
that,
probably
which is the
be
funny
Peyton
thing.
Watson and Julian Strawther as the 7th and 8th guys, I'd assume.
Yeah.
And they play good in spurts, you know what I mean?
They play their roles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strawther could get hot from 3 if you
And
you
Peyton
know.
Watson's an elite defender,
Yeah,
but
so.
I don't know, man.
I mean, this team's so like I'm a keep it honest with y'all. Like this is probably my favorite in the West right now.
I agree.
favorite in the West.
Yeah.
I agree.
I just think
Favorite to make it to the finals?
finals.
Yeah.
They'd probably be my title favorite right now too, if I'm being honest. I just think what we saw from Jokic last year in the playoffs against Minnesota, like that's just not who he is. He couldn't fucking buy a 3 to save his life. Like he's like you mentioned, he's shooting damn near fucking 50% from 3 this year. Like
Yeah.
if he's hitting the 3 ball like that, which he has been for 60 games, 50 games, however many games they're into the season, like if he's hitting the 3 ball like that, no one's beating this team. No one. And this is a guy who is not only like great and so skilled, but he's one of, if not the smartest basketball player in the NBA right now. You give him a 7-game series to adjust to you and figure you out. Like I really don't. I don't see any team beating them in a 7-game series, honestly.
Also, just to add to his greatness, I saw a stat that he has the longest average shot distance in the NBA. And in terms of his 3-point shots, which just makes 46% even more ridiculous. So, yeah, it's stupid. It's just.
And when in doubt, you're going to play great defense for 24 seconds, and he's going to throw up some bullshit at a time where you can't have
Exactly,
him do that. But,
yes.
Yeah.
So what? I have them as a contender. You have them as a contender.
Yeah.
Contender, pretender.
Contender.
You didn't answer about either of these.
Oh,
things.
so
What do you got?
Lakers. I think Jackson Hayes at center is tough. So I'm gonna go pretender there reluctantly. Nuggets are my favorite as well. I completely agree. I think they might be the best team in the league. Next up is the Memphis Grizzlies. They're currently the 2 seed, I believe.
So I really want to say contender because they've been so damn great, and Ja has been mid at best this year, and like I feel like we've seen a big enough sample of Ja in the playoffs to say he's a playoff riser at this point. So like they've been so great, and Ja should get better when they need him to. Jaren's been so fucking good. Not Jaren from Mr. Beast, Jaren Jackson.
Yeah, he sucks.
He's been so fucking good. They're so damn deep. But I just got to say pretender, man. Like, this team goes up against the Nuggets. There's just no way. This team goes up against OKC. There's just no way. This team goes up against the Lakers. There's probably no damn way. Like, so I have to say, I love them, and they're so damn close.
Yeah.
And they do organizationally, they've been doing everything right. They've hit on all their draft picks. They keep the right guys around. Like, they're doing everything right. There's just something missing.
They got to make a move.
Yeah.
They got to make a move for a guy.
I don't know if you wanted to go next, but like,
Fuck you.
yeah, no,
The fuck you.
no, not even. But
TM.
I feel like what it is. I feel like what it is with the Grizzlies is like, I feel bad like calling them a pretender. I feel like such a strong word because I don't even feel like they're acting in the first place. I don't think they're like acting like they are a contender. You know what I mean? It's like pretenders. Like
They're playing.
I mean, they're 2 seed.
yeah, but you know, I don't know. I feel like there's other teams that would just definitely like I wouldn't say run them over, but I think it could come to a close stretch. But like I don't think they'll wind
You
up.
don't see them matching up against the
No.
top dogs.
No, that's the thing, you know. So pretenders a strong word, but I guess if we have to call it a pretender, then a
One or the
pretender.
other. Yeah.
It's a segment.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna call them pretenders, just for the same reasons as everybody else. I think they're missing that one last piece. Preferably a bigger wing. You know, I think that's probably what they're missing
I wish
on their
Jimmy would've went
roster.
there.
I think that would have been a perfect fit. Then they definitely would have been contenders, but I think they're just a little bit off. Kind of like similar to how
KD.
I would compare them to like OKC of 2 years ago, of like a year ago, just almost there, but not quite.
See, but the problem with that is the Grizzlies have been almost there for some time now. You know what I mean?
They dealt with a shit ton of injuries.
They have, for sure, but they also just this current roster is not constructed to win an NBA championship in the current landscape of the NBA.
But what I'm saying is
Just
like
not.
it could take an offseason to make a couple moves, like
They gotta make
how
one
OKC
move.
picked
That's
up,
it.
like rounded out their roster with like a Caruso and a Hartenstein. Like you got to get those other pieces to
think
round.
But
out
they
that
have
roster.
those.
Yeah,
That's not the
They need
problem.
the splash move.
Their problem is they need to make the one move that gets them the one guy
I
that'll.
think you got to package Desmond Bane and some of that other stuff.
100%.
And like a pick.
Who's
or
the best
two.
fit, you think?
I feel like I know you just said Jimmy would have made them a contender. I don't know if a team with Jimmy and Ja as your two best players, guys.
Yeah, but
who
the
can't
rest of the guys can
could-
shoot.
Yeah, I don't know if that you feel, like you need a spacer. I mean,
They
like
get KD.
yeah, like if one of those guys
Didn't he
on
block
the,
a trade to Memphis? Didn't they try?
so
Jimmy did, yeah.
Jimmy did, yeah.
Oh, not
I don't know
KD.
about KD.
I think Jimmy would have made them
I
a
think
contender.
if
I do.
would've-
I think if one of those guys in Phoenix becomes available in the offseason, and realistically they should, like either of them,
Book
KD
would.
or Devin Booker, like you gotta send the house, man. Like Desmond Bane, thank you for your service, but like
Fuck off.
if one of those guys, if one of those guys become available, you send the house, like, bro. Devin, like KD's the guy, but like Devin Booker playing with Ja and Jaren, like that's with all the depth they have, with one of the top 6 coaches in the NBA and Taylor Jenkins, like that's some shit.
I don't think that's realistic. I don't think Booker's ever leaving Phoenix.
Oh, I think
I think he's a Phoenix for life.
destined to leave Phoenix.
No,
I don't know.
I think he's his son
It's
for
been
life.
bad these past 2 years, you know.
I get it, but I think he's already been there a decade, bro. He's been there
Yeah.
for 10 years.
Yeah, he's been there a long time.
Book has been there for a while, but that's the thing, bro. Like they're falling apart. They're not at a spot where they're going to be able to fix their team in one off season. It's just not going to happen. So what's the best thing
like,
for you?
Book's their franchise
if
guy.
they're gonna trade KD, like why wouldn't you trade Book at that point?
You're not
If going-
rebuilding around
you're-
a 28-year-old.
Yeah, you're not like
Right.
if you're trading KD, like you're not gonna be able to retool this thing, and
No, but you could keep Book.
I guess
Why do you have to trade Book?
you
Because
get as
he's-
much assets as possible, considering you gave up all your own picks to get fucking KD in the first place. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Yeah, but we've seen
Name 10 books.
NBA franchises rebuild while keeping their franchise player.
You could keep
No,
a guy
yeah,
that's
it's not a lock. They have to trade Book. I'm just saying, like it's. If they're gonna trade KD, or if like it's not out of the cards, I don't think that Book just flat out comes out and says like, "Yo,
Yeah,
like,
that's what I was going to
wanna-
say. I think that's
I
what
want
they.
a fresh start." Like
I think that's
like,
how it happens. If anything,
like,
I don't think they're going to trade.
we
him
went to the finals. Y'all made a splash move for KD after that, and it just hasn't worked out. Like I want to go play with some. I want to go play somewhere else.
But also, if you're gonna retool around a superstar, you're gonna retool around one of the 5 best players in the NBA. You're not retooling around a 28-year-old Devin Booker. That's just not the way you're gonna
But
rebuild.
that's not the
your team at that
point, right? Like when you're running an NBA franchise and you have a guy that's been as loyal as he has through some really bad Suns teams, and he's been with you for 10 years. Like I think there's a certain amount of loyalty that comes.
So you're
play.
saying if he doesn't ask for a trade, you do not trade him?
Right.
It depends on
I
like
think that's
what,
better for
what
the
becomes on the
franchise.
table. I agree with you.
I get
but,
what
like,
you're saying.
If someone comes to you and offer, like fucking 4 first-round picks and a young
different.
ascending, but like no, I don't think they should go out of their way to trade a guy like Devin Booker.
Yeah.
I see what you're
Yeah.
saying.
The only
For
problem is
what
they
he's-
don't have any of their own firsts.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
So if they suck, they don't even have an incentive to suck.
Because like at this point in time, the package for Devin Booker is probably heftier than a package for Kevin Durant.
Definitely.
So
close to it. At
KD's
least.
what,
Yeah,
35,
it's probably the
36?
same.
yeah.
Probably very similar.
35. Yeah.
But Kevin Durant's still playing like one of the
Yeah.
5 best players on the planet. Devin Booker has never even reached that level. Like, so, but yeah.
Grizzlies pretenders.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'm in agreement. Houston Rockets.
Pretenders.
Pretender.
Easily, right?
I'm not even gonna.
I would like to see Grizzlies Rockets first round. If I don't know
That'd
if
be
that's
fun.
possible.
It's a
but
cool ass
That'd be
story.
a cool like 4 or 5 because
Yeah.
like someone got to
Exactly.
win and go to the
I
second.
am excited
Exactly.
for the playoffs.
I'm
Yeah, no,
very
this year's
excited
playoffs
for
is going to be really interesting.
I just think Houston's fake as shit, man. Like
They don't
they're
have a
cool.
real number
They're cool.
one.
Yeah, no, they
exactly. That's
It's
the problem.
worse than the Grizzlies. Like
Yes.
their offense.
That was it for the West. I'm assuming we all have the Thunder as contenders.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
my favorite in the West. Speaking of
All right. Moving over to the East, the Cleveland Cavaliers currently the number 1 seed.
Contender.
contenders,
Contenders, yeah.
I'm going to call them pretenders. I really don't believe in the Cavs. I don't believe in Donovan Mitchell being the best player on a championship team. I mean, we've talked about this time and time again about small guards being the number 1 guy on championship teams, and he's just exactly that archetype that we always argue that can't be that. Who's their second best player?
Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen.
Second best
Depends on the
player
night,
is
bro.
also another small guard. I just don't see it working in the playoffs.
So in the past, I've always been the one to say that I think they're pretenders, and I don't think it can work. But honestly, like we've seen Evan Mobley, even if the numbers don't always suggest it, Evan Mobley's taken a step.
We've
Darius
also-
Garland is having the best season of his career. He's been phenomenal.
But they're
And-
all that whole roster's playoff. What do we call
Chokers?
them? Chokers. They're
but
all
Donovan's
like that.
not.
They're
Okay, but
the
but none
clear
of them.
1 seed in the East, and Donovan Mitchell is not playing. Like it's
He's
the
averaging
same.
like 24
Yeah, it's the
games,
same
yeah.
thing I said about Ja. Like you just gotta expect that. Like I know he's a small guard, but we've seen enough of
Yeah.
a sample size of Donovan Mitchell in the playoffs to, compared to how he's playing so far this regular season, we've seen enough to assume that Donovan Mitchell is going to take it up a notch come playoff
Mobley
time.
hasn't played well. Garland hasn't played well. Jared Allen hasn't played well.
Yeah, those guys I'm cool with having concerns. Like I agree. Like
I
you
understand
could
the
have
concerns.
concerns about those guys.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if your
and-
best player is going to be a guard, you need those surrounding players to also elevate their game in the playoff.
100%.
And I don't think they've
Well,
ever done that.
I think they did
but
a
also
great job of filling
they
up the
haven't
margins
done,
too.
They haven't done what they've done this regular season. Like maybe like I assume something just clicked with Kenny Atkinson, and that's why these guys are playing the way they're playing, and I expect it to continue. And especially out east, like
I have a take.
That's the
like
difference.
out east right now, like the only threat to them is the Celtics
I'm going to call right now. The Cleveland Cavaliers are going to get bounced in 5 games in the first round.
in the first
The
round.
first round, bro.
First round,
they
they're
gonna be a-
playing nobody.
They're going to be a first round exit.
First
My,
round is rough.
my guy, they're playing the 8 seed.
Okay, I think if they go up against it, this is going to be a hot take. I think if they go up against the Sixers, if they sneak into the playoffs, they're losing to the Sixers in a series.
Wow. 7, 8, 9, 10 is Orlando, Atlanta.
I think
Miami,
Orlando could beat
Chicago.
them. I think Orlando could beat them. Who
I
is it?
don't.
Atlanta? I don't think Atlanta could beat
Yeah.
them.
Miami and Chicago right now, and then the Sixers are
Throw
2
the Sixers.
games.
Chicago
Sixers
sucks.
will sneak it.
Yeah,
Okay,
Sixers
I
are
think
going
they
to
If
will.
it's the Sixers or the Magic, I think they could bounce the Cleveland.
Magic are
Cavaliers.
not good.
Magic suck. Magic suck.
That's a hot take. That's a smoking hot take.
Franz has been out a while now, right?
Yeah, their offense stinks.
Yeah,
Their
KCP 's
offense is
good.
so bad.
Yeah,
that
KCP's
take
awful.
Paolo's
with the
low-key
full
not
healthy
that good.
roster?
Bro, KCP's a Jokic merchant.
I don't know who's going to be healthy. Sure.
No, I'm saying with a full healthy roster. You believe that?
Who?
That
Sure.
the Sixers are the Sixers
Health,
beat.
health, non-health. I mean, yeah. I mean,
What do you
they
mean
have to.
not?
They have to be healthy. Yeah, they
Yeah,
have
they
to be
gotta be
healthy.
healthy.
Yeah,
You're not
obviously.
fucking beating them with Tyrese Maxey.
Obviously, yeah. Okay, sure.
I'm just making sure. Like I see where you're coming from because like the potential's still there for the Sixers, but it's just like, bro, Paul George might just suck at basketball now.
I think he's also been dealing with
I think two
injuries
things
all
should be true
year.
once over there.
He
Like,
has been
I
dealing
saw
with
some
injuries,
report that like he's taking like horse tranquilizer
I saw that
that
too.
guys like only be taken before playoff
Yeah.
games. Like guys don't be taking that during the regular season. They normally just sit out.
There's a
He's
chance that
actually
the Sixers
horse
just shut it
No.
down, though. They just shut down Embiid. He gets the surgery. Shut down Paul George. He gets the surgery. There's a chance that happens. But if by some
they go on
miraculous
like a crazy
miracle,
losing streak. That's probably how that would happen.
yeah.
Bro, if
Yeah.
you're not there already, how much more does it
I
really
mean,
take,
yeah, but
though?
Well, the Bulls are tanking, so they'll get into the 10th.
Yeah, but
no,
I
Bulls
think
are
the,
unfortunately destined for the play-in. I don't know.
I think the Cavs are contenders because Chris said it. It's the Eastern Conference. It's a little bit different in this case too. The
Just gotta
only
get through Boston.
yes,
Yeah.
no, yeah, for real. Like I hate to say, I know what
They're
you're
not
gonna
better
say.
than the Knicks.
They are
Yes,
better
they
than the
are.
Knicks.
They're not better
They are
than the
better than the
Knicks.
Knicks.
They're
Dean.
They're not better than the Knicks. When have they been better than the Knicks?
So I'll throw this in there. The next
half a
team, the next
season?
team is the Knicks. So we could just put 2
No,
and 1.
they're pretenders.
I'm sorry, but we're pretenders.
You add Mitchell Robinson, and they are contenders, bro. They are
There's just no-
contenders.
there's just
Mitchell
depth.
Robinson
Depth is so
makes us
scary.
contenders, brother.
Yes. Mitchell Robinson can hang with a lot of centers in the NBA on the defensive end.
That's great.
Mitchell
I
Robinson
wouldn't be
does not
surprised
make
if
us
the
a
Knicks
contender,
sweep.
brother.
If we
Yes,
sneak
he
our way in
does,
there.
bro. Mitchell Robinson.
Sneak our way into where?
The final.
Into at least a deep playoff run.
Mitchell Robinson had
Yes,
those
but-
Cleveland Cavaliers big men in freaking jail 2 years ago in the
No, it
playoffs.
was Isaiah.
Okay,
it was
but
Isaiah. This
Mitchell
is
Robinson was 50%
I
of
think the
that.
Knicks could beat the Cavs.
I think so too.
I don't think we have
think
any
the
shot
Knicks-
against Boston.
I don't think the Knicks could win the NBA championship.
I don't think we could beat Boston.
Does that make sense? Like,
I think they could beat the Cavs. Absolutely. I
Do
don't
you
know
think the
that
Cavs
as-
can?
I
don't
do.
understand that. Why? How? Is Donovan Mitchell's better than Jalen Brunson?
No.
No.
Okay. Who on the Cavs is better than players on the Knicks? Tell me.
I think Donovan Mitchell is better than.
Okay, who
Jalen
else?
Brunson.
Cat's better than any of their big
Come
men.
on, bro.
Tell me. Go. Let's run through it.
No. I'm not talking to you with that one. Donovan Mitchell is not better than Jalen Brunson.
Okay,
Let's
so
not do
who on the
I
Cavs is
think
better?
it's close. I just think in a playoff series, I'd rather like. It's not like I'm saying Donovan clears him, but like if
Brunson
I'm going into a playoff
made that
series,
man his bitch.
I'd rather have Donovan Mitchell.
made the Cavs his bitch.
over Brunson.
Yeah, I don't agree.
Yeah.
Really?
We watched the Knicks dog walk
Thank
the
you.
Cavs.
Yeah, I
This is a
agree.
different Cavs team. You just said this is.
Is
a
it
different
that
Cavs
different?
team.
Jalen, but don't do the Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell. Don't do that.
Bro, it's not like it's not fucking close. Jalen,
It's not.
bro.
In my opinion,
what?
it's not.
Brunson clears Donovan
Oh my
Mitchell.
gosh, you guys. No, he doesn't, bro. He
Jalen
doesn't
Brunson
clear.
clears Donovan
If you
Mitchell.
want to say he's better, that's fine. It's not a clearing, bro. It's not a
Okay,
clearing.
not a clearing. Okay.
They're
Knicks-
both
He's better.
I
They're
think
both
Jalen Brunson's
borderline.
definitely
Nick's
better.
second
They're
best
both
player is
borderline
Karl Anthony
top
Towns,
12 players in the
Sure,
NBA.
yeah, that's
top
fine,
12 to
but-
15
yeah.
players in the NBA.
Karl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, OG, Josh Hart.
This
List
is like the
ends. List ends.
the
Yeah, but the list ends. Dude.
yeah,
That's
no,
exactly
this
the
is
point.
like the great ball game Lakers Grizzlies debate. Why the fuck are you just naming players on the roster? Okay, Donovan Mitchell.
Okay,
Darius
the Knicks
Garland, Evan-
the Knicks 8-man rotation. You have Deuce, Mitchell Robinson, and Achua off the bench. That's a good defensive scheme off the
I'm
bench.
not saying the Cavs have depth too.
The
a
Cavs
great
have more
roster,
depth
too.
than
Way
we
more
do.
depth.
That's the problem. They have more depth than we do.
And the
But
Knicks have a better starting five, hands down. All hands down. All of our hands should be down
all
right
five,
now.
all 10 fingers.
That the Knicks starting five is
So
better
the
than
Knicks
the
are only gonna play
Cavs.
7 guys in the playoffs. Like that's.
It'll
how
probably
that
be an
works.
8-man rotation when Mitch comes back.
It's not like, bro. The Cavs starting five is one of the best in basketball too.
It's
They
not a
just
clear-
got
And the Knicks is
DeAndre
better.
Hunter, too.
yeah,
and the Knicks
DeAndre
is
Hunter's
better.
awesome. DeAndre Hunter's really good at
DeAndre
basketball.
Hunter's not better than either Mikal or OG.
It's not about like individually though. Who's better than
He's
who?
not.
Like
Who's he better than?
Mikal,
Tell me.
but-
He's not better than Mikal Bridges. What are we talking about?
I think this version
What are
of
we
Evan
talking
Mobley
about?
could, the way Cat's playing right now, I'm not going to say anyone's going to go
Yeah.
out and stop him, but I think Evan Mobley right now could
Hang with.
give Cat like a hard time. Like,
You guys been seeing the Cat spicy material?
yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
I mean,
There was
nah,
a whole like
it's-
2.5 minute.
It's going to be tough for Cat in general because he's going to have to go up against Mobes and Jared Allen.
Yeah,
Like, it's
I
not
think
like.
the Cavs match up well against them. I think the Knicks match up well too. You have Mikal and OG to throw at.
That's going to be a problem.
Darius and Donovan, but like I know you just said DeAndre Hunter's not scaring you, but the way DeAndre Hunter's played this year, if Brunson has to guard DeAndre Hunter, like the Cavs will exploit that shit. Like I'm sorry, the same way Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell, small guards, can't get it done. Their liability is like it's the same shit for Jalen Brunson. I'm like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but you have one of them
I guess
opposed
but, like,
to two. I think that makes a difference. You have two liabilities on the court at the same time always.
But the thing is, honestly, maybe it's just because it's the regular season. Donovan and Darius have not been liabilities
They've been
defensively.
great defensively, and it's not like fucking Mikal, maybe OG, but like Mikal plays like a baby back bitch. Like I'm sorry, Mikal fucking. I was watching the other day. He had Trae Young guarding him. He's passing out of the boat. Like it's not like Mikal is some guy who's gonna be fucking punishing mismatches all game.
Hunter
long.
will do that.
Yeah,
Hunter has done
OG
that all
will
year.
do that
Yeah.
too.
OG will
OG
do
I
that.
know will punish mismatches, but it's not like shit. I'm more worried about Brunson having to guard DeAndre Hunter than I'm worried about Darius Garland having to guard Mikal Bridges.
I agree with that statement. Unfortunately, I agree with that statement.
I mean, I think when
Like,
Mitch
in the-
comes back, you have a five where you have Cat and Mitch playing help defense, I think you're just fine. You have two good big men.
I think that. So I'll
Cavs have two big men too.
Yeah, I mean,
And I think the Knicks' wings are better. And I think Brunson's better.
I think Brunson is the best player in that series, pretty clearly in my head. I mean, I don't know how you feel about second best player in the series at that point. It's Donovan probably over Cat. But then it's just, I don't know. I think I just trust.
I think the Knicks pretty clearly have two of the best three players in that series. I'll say that. But again, the way Evan Mobley's playing right now, is it unrealistic to say in that matchup Evan Mobley has a better series than Karl Anthony Towns? Including defensive impact, because not just
Cat can't guard a
not just
stop
the way
sign.
not just the points they put up on the board and the rebounding numbers.
The only player Cat plays good against is Jokic.
Jokic,
So crazy.
Yeah, Jokic.
I mean,
He's a good post defender. He's just not a good rim protector. He's not a good help defender.
If Darius Garland is your swing factor, sure, he had a bad series 2 years ago against the Knicks, but again, the same way this is a different Cavs team, this is a different Darius Garland we're watching right now. If Darius Garland's the X factor, I'm a bet on that. I'm a bet on Darius Garland. I am.
I don't think he's the X factor as much as it is. I think Mikal Bridges is the X factor. I think if he gets it going offensively, I think the Knicks are a different team.
All right, so I'll put it like this. I think the Cavs could beat the Celtics. I don't think the Knicks could beat the Celtics. That's the only reason I would say. I think the Knicks can also beat the Cavs. I think the Knicks can beat the Cavs, but I don't think the Knicks can beat the Celtics. The Cavs can beat the Celtics.
We did just see the Knicks lose to the Celtics, in not good fashion.
Haven't been able to beat them all year. Every time they've played us, they have beat us by 20. We cannot beat the Celtics. It's not going to happen. But I could see the Cavs beating the Celtics. That's the only reason I would say.
I think the Celtics are just better than and okay, if I had to pick a favorite, the Celtics are the favorite.
Right.
Well, that's obvious. That's clear and obvious.
I think the Celtics are going to come out of the East regardless.
Agreed. So is anyone else really a contender?
That's what we're here to find out.
I mean, when you put it that way, I would say probably, no.
So the Cavs are the only contender in the East.
Celtics.
I mean, the Celtics are the only contender in the East.
I could get down with that.
I had one more team, the Milwaukee Bucks.
No.
With Kuz. I kind of like the Bucks with Kuz.
Kuzma fit. I think for small ball lineups, when you want to throw Giannis at the 5, Kuzma's a great rebounder to be a small 4.
I'm gonna be honest. I think the Bucks are the second best team in the East.
No.
I would take the Bucks over the Knicks and the Cavs to make the finals. Yes, I would do that. Yes.
I feel like when I think Bucks, I just think instead of saying Bucks, I would say I'll take Dame and Giannis.
But wait, it's Doc Rivers.
What?
That's true.
Doc Rivers.
Got to factor that in.
It is Doc. Never mind.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm always thinking about those two players against a team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Giannis versus,
You know what I mean?
I
Brunson
don't
and
like
Cat.
counting out Giannis.
I never
don't
want to count out
count
Giannis, bro. I just can't do it. Yeah.
And I don't want to count out Kuz. He has championship DNA.
He does.
He does have
DNA.
championship
He
DNA.
does.
Nah, I would say the Bucks are contenders, and I would take away the Cavs being contenders. I think the Bucks are the second best team in the East. When all the chips are on the table, I think the Bucks are the second best team in the East.
I don't know if I would take it away from the Cavs, but I would definitely say the contenders. I wouldn't put it past the Cavs.
I think the Bucks are contenders.
I agree.
Pretenders. I'm going only Celtics.
Yeah, straight up.
I guess that's the argument.
It's hard to argue against it. I mean,
the Bucks
really,
could beat the Celtics.
I
don't think so.
I think Giannis can do
I think
it.
the
man.
Bucks could beat the Celtics. I don't know. Dame has been hooping lately too.
Yeah, I think the Bucks are a contender.
Yeah, I think so too.
I have 2 contenders in the Eastern Conference, and 2 contenders in the West. That's it.
Yeah.
I think there's 4 teams in the NBA right now can win the title, and that is it. That is all I believe right now. I believe the Nuggets, I believe the Thunder, I believe the Celtics, and I believe the Bucks can win the NBA championship. I don't think any other team has a shot. That's it.
Wow, you
And
just did
your
all that
list of-
Cavs talk for nothing.
Your list of contenders
Right.
is who? The Lakers,
Lakers, Celtics,
Thunder.
Thunder.
And that's it.
and Nuggets.
No,
No,
he
no,
said the
Nuggets.
Nuggets are pretenders.
Oh,
Yeah, that's it.
Hmm.
If I were a betting man, I guess we'll get to that segment next. You want me to You want me to tell me?
You
tell
can
your...
finish your
So,
statement.
I mean, I think it's going to be Celtics Thunder in the finals.
Me too.
I think that's who it's going to be. I think those are the two clear-cut best teams in the
I didn't think that's where
NBA.
you were going to go, so I am going to make you say that again.
We won't say that again.
I thought you were going to say, you said if I was a betting man, I thought you were going to say, like, I would bet on one of those 3 teams to win the finals, so I was going to let you finish, but I'm going to make you say that again after I do a TikTok look. Yeah, so I have 5 contenders. I have Nuggets, Thunder, Celtics, Cavs, and a hesitant Bucks. Super hesitant Bucks.
You're more hesitant on the Bucks than you are the Cavs?
Bro, the Cavs, the Cavs got it, man. They're great on both sides of the ball.
Agreed.
They're
And
so
again,
fake.
But
They're
they give
so
me
fake.
fluky. Like,
They're so
The
fake.
thing about like fluky team, like I feel like you could point to this Cavs team, and a lot of people, it's like first comparison will be that Hawks team, right?
it's not even close to the
but
same
like
thing.
Why not?
the Cavs have a guy. Like this isn't
Right,
no.
Donovan Mitchell's
yes,
better than
that's-
anyone
This
that
ain't
was
no
on the
Paul
Hawks,
Millsap led Hawks team. Shout out Paul Millsap, my dog. But like this ain't no Paul Millsap led team. Like Donovan Mitchell is a guy, and Donovan Mitchell is a playoff riser.
I
so-
wouldn't
they're-
point to them. I would point more to the Jazz teams back in the day. I mean, we saw them win 60 games and no one believed in them to win the championship, you know? That's because they had Rudy.
Yeah,
But their
and
second best
those
player
teams-
was second best
Right,
scorer
yeah.
was Rudy
No,
Gobert.
I'm
guess.
playing. I'm
Or
just playing devil's
Bogdanovich,
advocate.
whatever.
They didn't have a guy like Darius Garland as
Sure, yeah.
their third best player.
I don't think there's a comparison to this Cavs team, but I just think they're a fluke.
they didn't have the depth like this Cavs
No, I
team
agree.
has.
Darius
either.
Garland literally shoots the freaking date 6 for 26.
4 dates. He shoots 4 dates.
Oh,
6 for 22.
My contenders, Nuggets,
4 for
Thunder,
18.
Nuggets, Thunder, Bucks, Celtics, Cavs.
Thank you guys for watching. If you're new to the channel, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff.
Make sure to check out our full-length podcast popping up on the screen right now.